you know, this was a question that somebody asked me earlier on today. How do you know when it's time to move out of your self-storage and get yourself a warehouse? Is that the kind of $1 million question? Okay, tell me. Soon as you can afford it? Okay, great. One solution. Anybody else? When it's costing you more in time and money? Yep. So you have to be tracking the time that it's taking you. Yeah. Absolutely. My answer to that question, it's like having your first baby. There is never a perfect moment. There's always a really good reason not to do it just yet. And then suddenly the opportunity comes along and you go, all right then. And sometimes it really is as simple as that you're getting to the point where it is costing you more time than money. It is just becoming a real challenge and you've got a little bit in the kitty, so you could afford it. And then you begin to look around and you see what you know would be the perfect storage unit, the perfect warehouse, if only you were another 12 months on in the business. What I would say to you is at that point, grit your teeth and take the risk, because you will find very quickly what happens when you go into your first warehouse. Within 12 months, you'll grow out of it. So very quickly you start growing out of it again. So sometimes I also liken it to taking on your first full-time employee. When you start looking, or you think, yes, I'm going to need somebody, but I can't really afford it, you actually can't find the person that you want in any case. And then sometimes when you actually can't afford it, and this is definitely what helped me grow the business early on, that we absolutely couldn't afford to take on a full-time salesperson. And a friend of mine who'd been doing high-end agency for 25 years, had the most fantastic contact book in the business, came to me and she said, I'm leaving the company that I'm with. I'm leaving the estate agents that I'm with. I'd love to come and work with you. And I said, well, that would be absolutely amazing, but I can't pay you. How much do you want to earn? And she told me, and I fell off my chair. About 3 days later, I phoned her and said, yes, okay, come and work for me. We'll take a risk together. Okay? I promise I'll pay you for a year. I'll find enough money to pay you for a year. Let's see where that takes us. She's still with me 10 years later. So sometimes you have to take that risk because the right thing comes up at the not quite right time. So I don't think there is, the formula. I don't think there is a magic formula about any of this. It's about, you're all business owners. You're all used to taking risk to some degree or another. And moving into your warehouse is definitely the point where you take the risk.